fats are absorbed into the lacteals. Fats don't go into the blood vessels. They go into a lacteal. So this green thing that you see in the center of each villus, you don't see it in these others because it's layered. But here we have this green thing. That is a lacteal. And of course, all these green elements that you see here are lymphatic vessels. Columnar epithelial cells are the kinds of epithelial cells that line the intestinal tract. So all of these, the ones that aren't goblet cells, are columnar epithelial cells. Paneth cells. Down at the bottom of these crypts that you see as shown in red, you see these little red things? Those are paneth cells. Now they contribute to immune function. One other thing that happens down here at the bottom of this turn, the bottom of these crypts, the epithelial cells undergo reproduction down here. They get reproduced on a constant basis, 24 hours a day. We keep making more. And as we make them, they march upward. Okay? So, they can't stay there. It gets too crowded. They start to move up. The ones at the top of the hill are dying. They've been abraded by crumbs and nuts and particles and stuff we've eaten and the digestive juices and so on. So the cells start to die as they march up. By the time they get to the top here, they get sloughed off. And then any enzymes inside that contribute to digesting the food in here. But at any rate, down here, the paneth cells are actually involved in immune function, but this is also the reproductive area. And the cells march up and fall off. Lacteal, columnar epithelial cells, paneth cells, okay, goblet cells, which I've mentioned, all of these little blue things, goblet cells. Lamina propria is the connective tissue, the interstitial tissue. All the gray stuff, if I point to anything gray, that's lamina propria. Okay, then we have the plexus. There are two plexuses. There's Meissner's plexus, and there is Auerbach's plexus, which I mentioned down below. So first, Meissner's plexus. They control secretion, and those plexuses are located right here. You see these thick yellow portions? These are Meissner's. Auerbach's plexus are these over here that control the peristaltic waves of the muscle layer. Okay? So here's Meissner's controlling secretion. Get it? These yellow elements are Meissner's. Down here, these yellow elements are Auerbach's. So we've got muscularis mucosa. We've got a lymph node right here. This whole thing is a lymph node. We've got wandering lymphocytes. You see a lymphocyte out here? They wander away from here. See them wandering away? And here is a wandering, usually I point to one of these and I ask you to identify it as a wandering lymphocyte. Then we have Brunner's glands. That's one of the glands that secretes material that contains mucus and contains stuff to neutralize acids and digestive. They have a more specific function that I don't want to get into. Maybe your lecture will. At any rate, all this stuff right here, as well as this stuff here, that's Brunner's glands. So don't get confused by the color of the lymph node and the color of the Brunner's gland, which is the same. Okay, make sure you know this is lymph node because you see the lymphocytes inside, and this is Brunner's glands. And they secrete into this crypt of Leberkuhn. Again, a German. Yeah, they're all Germans in connection with this stuff. Crypt of Leberkuhn with the paneth cells surrounding it. Okay? So that as bacteria from inside here manage to get down into these crevices, pow, the paneth cells destroy them, and if they don't, they end up being murdered by the lymphocytes that are wandering around here. Who's left? Crypt of Leberkuhn. Okay, then we have the muscular layer. So these are the circular muscles. You can picture this encircling the whole thing. The fibers are rising, so they go around. Okay, so this is the circular, And this is the longitudinal, goes along the length, longitudinal muscle layer. And in between us is the Auerbach plexus. Muscularis, circular, longitudinal, Auerbachs, and then the serosa out here, these flat epithelial cells, squamous epithelial cells, that's serosa. So this isn't so tough.
I get